Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, probability-based trading alert, technical analysis, company's philosophy as we're your most trusted source in blockchain technology and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates on YouTube and in the crypto sphere. And join members of Jabroni Killers, and you can trade with Vincenzo. Here's one of my hedging accounts that I have gold and silver, bullion, mining stocks, right? You can see today was one of the better days in a very long time. We've had 19 or 20 months, essentially almost 2 years of straight consolidation down. But it's been a bullish consolidation, and I've been trying to tell you guys that there would be days into the future. And now today is one of those days into the future where you would have 60, 100, $150 an ounce, days where gold bullion pumps up, which is a big move in gold. And today gold is going to close 50 or so dollars up. It was as high as $74 an ounce. It touched exactly its all-time high of about $2,071 and then came down to about $2,022 and then closed around 2,050-ish. Or it hasn't closed yet for the daily, but the major markets closed, and you can see we closed up 12%. And then I got mutual funds in here that will add about $200 to $250 more on here. So to be about a $1,400 day, $1,300 day to $1,400 day on the close, right? So that's a phenomenal day. And you can see on the last 3 months, or the last month, the 1 month change, we're up $2,300 in a month. And that's not adding in today yet. So it's about, you can add another $1,000 onto that, right? Because I don't think that has that added in on the bottom yet until it adds everything up for the daily. So, but it's almost a $3,000 a month, right? From the beginning of just the past 30-day rolling period. So that's a phenomenal gain in gold. And I expect this count that says 9,800. I expect by this time next year, when we're still talking, because we're still going to be talking this time next year, hopefully just with thousands and maybe 10,000 more people, that account will be over $20,000 next year, right? I have very little doubt, because we bottomed out. I've been buying stocks on there for 3 years, and we've been up, we've been down, we've been at 13, 12, $11,000 before. I think 13,000 was the highest, and then we consolidated all the way down at times to 5,800, right, where we had a big flash crash. And so I just added to my stack and bought, in one case, double down in some, triple down in another. And now on this little rally we've had the past 4 or 5 weeks, the prices are still so cheap. Look at B2 Gold, right? B2 Gold is $4.48, right? I'm up slightly, about 3% total, because I started buying 2 years ago when the price was at $6, but I didn't have a lot. Now I have quite a bit of B2 Gold, about 500 shares, and I bought most of the last 350 with the price below $5, right? And some of it when the price was about $3.75. The $3.50 was about as low as I accumulated in there. Same thing with Fortuna. I get in and out of that because it doesn't pay a dividend. Kinross Gold, I was in it at $7 or $8, sold a rally, bought back in recently at $5 and change, and we have about 800 shares of those, and that's a long-term hold. I let it come down 50% from its high because there was just no footing, and I started buying back in about $6.10, and I bought as low as $5.05, right? So we've been in the money, we've been out of the money. Right now we're in the money in Kinross, we're in the money in B2 Gold, right? So we're getting back into the money in GPL after a 34% close. Phenomenal close, phenomenal day. And if you want to become members of Jabroni Killers to get the first mover advantage, Derek has been a long time member, along with a few others that are members of Jabroni Killers that have watched me and have heard me and know that I've showed my portfolio hedging and investing with Vincenzo, where I've accumulated gold stocks, and I've told everybody to get gold and oil stocks. I've been more heavily invested in gold stocks, where I've put a lot of my money in that I'm willing to invest in the market I should have took advantage and listened to more of my own advice in the oil. I did not, but we still have some exposure to oil, and we have lots of exposure to gold and gold stocks, right? So we're going to do phenomenally well, and I think I'm going to have 100% return in the next 12 months on my portfolio, because I am very bullish in the next 12 months on gold and silver, right? They may pump, they may dump at times, but I think 12 months from now, you're going to see that 2022 was the year of the gold and silver mining stocks and the bullion itself, right? But if you look at the crypto, what everybody was trying to tell you to buy as a hedge, right, really wasn't a hedge. It was a speculative asset to try to get rich, and that's essentially what everyone's tried to do, and that's what crypto is. You got to buy it at the right price, ride a rally, ride a rip, and then you sell it, right? You ride the rally, sell the rip, rinse, wash, repeat. It's not a long-term hedging, right? No more than a Tesla is hedging against inflation by you hoping you're just going to get more capital appreciation, and it's going to be more than what inflation is year over year. But that's different than truly storing your value to not lose your purchasing power, and in some cases, like right now, increase your purchasing power as your fiat loses value, because it's corporations can go bankrupt. Tesla could go bankrupt. Apple stock market can go bankrupt. Gold bullion cannot go bankrupt, because the gold bullion is not, you cannot destroy gold bullion. I mean, I guess you could if you threw in an active volcano, right? Good luck extracting the gold in there. But the gold, at some point, when it cools, that the elements will still be there, right? So it's a completely different thing when you're trying to store value, when you have gold and silver bullion, versus trying to speculate and get rich, which are the mining stocks. Or if you're in the crypto, you try to get rich by buying a coin cheap and selling it for massive gains, right? That's the whole idea, but it's completely different, and you need to understand the differences between speculation and gambling, trying to get rich in stocks or crypto, versus storing value, right? Retaining and preserving your purchasing power in times of crises and financial distress, right? And that's what gold and silver bullion are for, right? So that's what I try to teach you. And if you don't understand the differences between the two, you need to be a member of Jabroni Killer, right? But you can see right now you're still straddling on the orange ring, and I think you're going to break down, right? I think you're going to break down. I think 32,000 is your next major move in Bitcoin. It's just too bearish. There could be a little bit of a pump, but I think you're coming down. There's a chance you get to upper resistance, but I think 62 and 47 are the next major moves in XRP. Very bearish. I think you're about to break the XLM train, and it's finally about to break down and come all the way down to that 10-cent ring that we've had circled down there for quite some time. So long, in fact, we have to keep moving it farther and farther over to keep it into current time frame, right? But I think you're coming down here to 10 cents, 10 to 11 cents, depending on when you hit that ring, how quick it gets there. I think you're going to fail to hold support in XLM. I think you're going to fail to hold support in Algo, coming down to 56 cents. And I think you're going to fail to hold support in DGB. And I think you're coming all the way down to the bottom part of the shithouse, or the last line of defense to the shithouse, before there's going to be a substantial bounce. And you can see we have that circled. I don't know why it's way over there. Get rid of that. But you can see that. That's where I think you're coming down to in DGB. 0.0044385, right? I think you're coming to the bottom part of the last line of defense, aka get my shit together, to the shithouse in orange, right? So very bearish in crypto right now, very bullish, ultimately bullish through the next 5 years and 5 to 10 years in gold, because if gold breaks that cup and handle and gets by that all-time high, your next run up is 2,250 to 2,500 before you have a significant pullback, right? And that would be your next possible time to buy into mining stocks and gold bullion on a pullback from 2,500 back to about maybe 2,050, 2,100, depending on how things play out. But if gold blows, if gold gets by that all-time high, which it touched today, and then the sellers were there, if it starts to build back a base just below the all-time high and comes back up, it's going to blow by it the third time, and you're going to go real quick from $2,072 all the way to 2,500 essentially overnight, and you don't want to miss the train. You got to get in before it leaves the station. There's still time, but time is running out. Every day that that goes by, time is getting thinner and thinner, because the gold mining stocks, when they go. When they run fast, they run hard, they run big, and they go 5-10 baggers. They go from $3 to $12 essentially overnight. And if you're not in, you miss it. Get on board the Jabroni Killers. You'll have first mover advantage. The sidestep and audible, the criminal gangsters, to profitability with our company made in philosophy of Austrian economics, sound money, and our own personal gold standard, and understanding the difference between currency, money, and fiat, and hedging and preserving your purchasing power versus speculating and trying to get rich. Become members of Jabroni Killers to get the first mover advantage into audible, into the right play, to profitability, to put the odds in your favor. Peace and love. Peace and love.